What is going on, Colts Nation? Welcome back to another episode of Bring the Juice. Guys, just got done from working outside a little bit, so I just figured I talk about this because this was a tweet that went out. This is news that went out, what was it? Friday evening. Yeah, Friday evening this went out. I didn't get a chance to talk about it because weekend has just been hectic for me. This is the first time Sunday evening that I'm getting a chance to sit down and actually talk about this. But anyways, so I wanted to bring something up because this is giving me mad deja vu right now. I don't know how to feel about this, but definitely going to be an interesting thing to keep an eye out for. So I'm going to bring this up for you guys. So Kevin Bowen tweets, Shane Steichen says Zaire Franklin ankle had a cleanup procedure this past week, likely out until training camp. All right. So couple things to bring up with this. First and foremost, I saw just a minute ago. Yeah, the first comment brings up great news to me. Like, why wait until now? I don't know if something happened recently that caused him that like flared up. It's very possible that it could have been a month ago that something started happening with his ankle and he didn't start feeling it until now. Like that could have been a thing. But that definitely is a concern because you're right. That's the first question. Why wait until now? Right? Because now you waited so long. Now they're saying likely out until training camp. Now, again, being out until training camp isn't normally a big deal, but that doesn't specifically state that Zaire Franklin is going to be ready for training camp. That's not the language that's used in this tweet. The language that's used is likely out until training camp, but that never specifically says will not practice through the rest of the off season, but will be ready for training camp. That's different. That's very different. And second of all, the tweet that I got this from saying a cleanup procedure is never anything small or insignificant. Because when you have a cleanup procedure, that means that something happened in that particular part of the body that has been accumulating over time and has been getting worse. Doesn't mean that the problem has been solved. Remember, we had Leonard have the same thing for many years. He started getting problems in his foot, and problems ended up in his back, and it just kept getting worse and worse and worse. And it didn't matter what procedures they did, it never really fixed him. So definitely a concern here, because especially for Colts fans like all of us here that are watching this, I can assume that most of you are not going to take lightly to this news, because how many times over the last 6-7 years have we heard the Indianapolis Colts say, talking about a supposedly minor procedure that this person had, and that, everything was going to be fine. Everything's going to be fine. It's all good. Don't pay attention to this. And it ended up being an issue, right? I just mentioned Leonard. Not even talk about the other guy that, Andrew Luck, right? And it happens a lot more too. We've had issues with Braden Smith and a bunch of other guys. So this is definitely not a great situation here. If you are the Indianapolis Colts, because again, like we said, this is just not something that you can just brush off to the side. This isn't something that's just nothing. So it could very well be a bad thing if he is not a full 100% when training camp comes around. Again, I don't care if he doesn't practice at anything prior to training camp. I'm not worried about that. But if he comes into training camp and has lingering issues, that's when we're going to have a problem. And that is definitely not a position in which the Indianapolis Colts can afford to have something like that happening again. So, again, I could be overreacting. This could very well be nothing. Very well could be. But it definitely is a concern. No doubt about it. But we'll keep an eye on that. Obviously, another 2.5 months until training camp even starts. So there's a lot of time to be made up for that. Certainly hope that Zaire Franklin's been out and about walking, so it's not like he's gotten any major surgery supposedly, but definitely is a concern. But that'll do for this one, guys. Let me know your thoughts on this. Is this something? Is it nothing? Let us know your thoughts. Thank you so much. And as always, go Colts.